Hello, this is the video where I finally take my Halloween pumpkin apart and turn it into a pumpkin pie. I used a lot of wires to hold the whole thing together, so it took me a while to take it apart. And here I'm taking the screen wires out, and there's the pumpkin. I already peeled the pumpkin at this stage, I lost the video for it. And I'm just taking the top off. And then here I'm cutting it up and boiling it. This is 100 times speed of it boiling. I just thought it was interesting to show. And just cleaning the table before I start working with it. Starting with a bowl and flour, sugar, salt, milk, and oil for the base. I add 1 2/3 cups of flour, and there's the first cup, and then I measure the last one, which is roughly 2/3. These cups I'm using are not a standard measurement, but if I use the same cup it works out fine. So there's the 2/3. Then it's 1 tablespoon of sugar. And 1/4 teaspoon of salt. A 1/4 cup of oil, and a 1/4 cup of milk. Olive oil does work better, but here I didn't have any, so I just added standard oil. But olive oil does taste a lot better. Then we mixed it. We added a bit more oil and milk to it, just to get the consistency right. Here you can see it. And then we'll mix in it, make it into a ball. And then flatten it, roll in it. And then get it to the size of the container. And here I'm just cleaning up the edges. And there it's done. Next is the base. So this is pumpkin, 2 eggs, salt, sugar, spices, milk, flour, and then I've also got barbecue spice there which I left out. I'll break the 2 eggs. Then I add the sugar over here. That's 1/3 cup of sugar. Then the flour, which is 1 tablespoon of flour. Then the spices, this is nutmeg, cinnamon and ginger. It's about a teaspoon of each. And this is barbecue spice, that's the one that I forgot to add in the beginning. It's probably about 2 spoons. Then I mix everything together. Then I add the pumpkin. More mixing, and then the salt that I forgot to add. This is 1 teaspoon of salt, and milk. This is 2 1/4 cups of milk, and then the 1/4 one. Look at this one did turn out more liquid than I thought it would be, but it still worked out fine. But you want it quite liquid. I had a little bit in the end here, but it almost worked out perfectly. Then I bake it for 10 minutes at 230 degrees and then turn the oven down to 160 and bake it for a further 30 to 40 minutes. And here's the pie straight out of the oven. I'm just using my plate technique to turn it around. Turn it upside down. Then take it out. And then turn it the right way around. Sometimes this does leave a little bit of liquid on the top, which it did here. But most of the time it works quite well. Then I'm just cutting it up and then we eat it. Anyway, thanks for watching and goodbye.